with IG Live, it's difficult. We can't bother. So I'm gonna put um the YouTube. No, I don't want to hear you. I'm gonna put the YouTube link. Ah, Jesus. Me go pick some star upload. Me don't know what bite me over me. Stop her. Like something sting me. I'm going to send the link for the live, so you guys can go over there and and I'm going to show you the stuff because it's hard with the Instagram live to do that. Oh snap! So how me I go do this? Shit! Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Okay. All right. So I'm adding the link in the comments. That's the YouTube live. So I want you guys to go there because I want to share this stuff with you. The channel is let me write the channel name. I think it's easier to go like it's easier to share stuff on YouTube using Restream so I can show you what I'm looking at and all of that. Because we move around this live thing, yeah. So it's Truth Media TV. I want you guys to go over there. No man, me not expect if you click on the link, me expect you to use you see, just type it in your browser, right? You can just type it in your browser, or I can message you. Can I send it to people personally? I don't know. Let me see. Uh, I don't know. But just type it in, man. And let me show you the channel. So just go over YouTube and type in this. That's it. Truth Media TV. So just go over there, type it in, and that's the logo. That's the one. Because I want to show you guys how lie Andrew is. This is the thing. You see, when they come on and they try to insult the headphone is shedding on me. It's doing time now. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share. Let me share the. I wish one me to share. Maybe where the something there? Where is it? Ah. Okay. So I'm gonna share this one. I'll share the. No. I'll bring up the video first, right? I'm going to bring up the video where Andrew is saying that him see things are so obviously he sees where we are talking about him and him central bank digital currency, and he recognizes that I'm asking for those who have just joined, I'm asking you to go over to my YouTube channel because that's where I will be sharing the stuff, because I can't do it with Instagram. It's very cumbersome. This is the channel, Truth Media TV. That's the logo. So just go over there and you will see what I am sharing. Should I pin the comments? Let me see if I can pin this. God have mercy. Let's even know if you do this shit. Anyway, whatever. Right? so, so he's basically saying that we are being ridiculous. So let me share the video of him basically demonstrating to us that he believes that we are idiots. So here you go, right? And I am going to play the video so that I don't know if you're gonna hear any feedback. If you're hearing feedback, let me know. So here goes.
Some things circulating on the internet, and my good friend, the leader of the opposition, is among those who have circulated, and I'm being very polite, euphemistic, circulated concerns about digital payments. There is no attempt by the government to remove cash, meaning paper money, from the system. Just stop for one moment. Just be rational. Why would the government spend billions of dollars to change currency to a new, durable banknote that we don't have to be changing it ever so often, only to turn around and take it out of the system? Don't you see it is stupidness? But the number of people who have followed it gets me worried about what Jamaicans are consuming as information. I'm worried. Where is our reasoning? And why is it so simple for us to be attracted by rumors? As your Prime Minister, I have a duty to call it out when I see it. We have spent money to put in place a new, durable note that accounts for the inflation in the society, the convenience of the notes that you need to make payment, and then to just turn around and say no. Come on. It's stupid.
All right, so
Also things circulating.
and we let me stop sharing. All right, so you just saw that video. Natural Beauty, welcome. I just see that you're joining. I'm asking you to go over my YouTube channel because that's where I am sharing this stuff. That's the YouTube channel, Truth Media TV. I am addressing the gaslighting that the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, is gaslighting the citizens of Jamaica for listening to commentary regarding Jamaica accelerating towards a digital economy, which we are interpreting as Jamaica going cashless, and we are concerned about the impact that it will have on the majority of Jamaicans who participate in the informal economy. So that is what I am talking about. But the evidence that I am bringing to you is on YouTube because I'm using Restream to go live on YouTube so that I can show you the information. Right? So you just listened to the video where he's saying, why are you circulating these rumors? Right? Suggesting that the government is planning to do away with cash. The government has no intention of getting rid of cash because we have spent billions of dollars on these new banknotes to combat inflation and to make it more accessible and convenient for the Jamaican citizens. So why would we then, on the heels of that, all right, D Queen, I see you here, right? Why would we, on the heels of that, turn around now and decide to go cashless? That does not make any sense. That is the argument of the Prime Minister. But I am going to show you the same liar, Andrew Holness, a few weeks ago, talking about, not in so many words, but you have to listen carefully to what he's saying, going cashless. So So I am going to share that video with you. I'm a one-man band, so just bear with me as I navigate this thing here. All right, listen carefully. I'm gonna have to stop talking so that you can hear what he's saying.
There are some countries now that you go in your pocket and you take out cash to pay your bill. And they say, sorry, I'm sorry, sir, we don't take cash here. It's the reality. It's too expensive to deal with cash. So a lot of businesses are converting their systems away from cash. But we have to manage it carefully. Because in some of our rural areas, that's all the people know and understand. So we can't just do it one time. We have to engage the persons who will be affected, particularly our older citizens who have not assimilated into the information age. Mr. Principal, you spoke about the fourth industrial revolution. Many Jamaicans don't even know what we're talking about. That don't mean anything to them. They're still comfortable with the cash under the mattress. They still want to go and fill out the form and hand it in. But that era is fast coming to an end. But we can't exclude those persons who are not digitally native. My children, your children were born in the information age. They would literally say they were born with a tablet in their hand. Because no.
Hold on. Where are you not hearing? Are you not hearing on YouTube or are you not hearing here? Which part you not hear? Tell me which part you're not hearing. Are you not hearing it on YouTube or are you not hearing it on Instagram? Because I'm just trying to I'm not really trying to show it on IG. I'm really showing it on Dios mío, on YouTube. So which part you not hear? YouTube you not hear or you're not hearing it on IG. Okay. So on YouTube me want to know if you go listen to it, man. So we good.
Matter how young they are, once you hand them the telephone or you hand them the tablet, they know how to find a way around it. Right? I think I'm tech savvy. And some of the things I have to hand it to my son for him to show me how to do it. It's just
I'll do a recap anyway.
to them. It's their world. And so there are others who is not native to them. It's not something that they readily understand. So we have to be careful as we transition to the digital society, not to exclude those persons who are not digitally native. So part of our strategy now, as we transition, is to develop programs to bring on board our persons who are elderly, those persons who are not digitally literate, to bring them into this world so that the transition can have faster but have fairly and equitable so that everybody can have access.
All right. So let me stop sharing. Sorry about that. If the sound is low, I'm just trying to get used to this, right? So you hear him say that cash is too expensive to deal with. So a lot of companies are moving away from cash. That is what Andrew Holness has said, right? And so he is talking about now managing the transition from the cash intensive society. Okay, let me turn it off, but it's hot as a motherfucker in here, but whatever, you know. Sorry about that. It's really hot. So, and then, the fan was, it's a Lasco fan. It was quiet, but then I've had it for a few years. So it looked like I say, it doing time and 3/4. So, quiet. I mean, I don't want to buy none, Right? Because they're not cheap. Anyways, So, so you hear him say, oh, cash is expensive. And he talked about the fourth industrial revolution. And he's saying that many Jamaicans don't even know what that means. The fourth industrial revolution is digital slavery. That is all you need to know. And so Andrew Michael Holness came on and he's saying, we have no intention of moving away from cash. But brother, 2 weeks ago, you are the same one who is saying that companies, the oh my God, the thing is shedding on me. So all this stuff is the thing from the mic, from the headset. That's how you go. I've had it for a while. Anyways, so you can just see this man is a perfect 3 card man. He might use him mouth, he might change around him mouth, and in common the problem that I'm having is that he takes us for a bunch of fools. We don't understand anything. You're listening to these people. We just spend billions of dollars on making new banknotes only to turn around and say, okay, we're gonna go cash it. That doesn't make any sense. I am going to show you why it makes sense, because it has happened before. So me go and share another screen, we don't know. I am going to share another screen with you guys. And that is the screen. The Central Bank of Nigeria. Because what we are talking about that Andrew is planning to do has happened in Nigeria. So you see, the Central Bank of Nigeria said, President Muhammadu Buhari approves redesign, production, and circulation of new series of Naira 200, Naira 500, and Naira 1000 banknotes. When did they write this? October 26, 2022. That last year. It goes on to say, the Governor Goodwin Emefiele says the issuance of the new Naira banknotes 20 years after the last redesign exercise will commence December 15, 2022. And I'll show you what I'll explain why I'm showing you this and why this is relevant to what Andrew is saying and how he's lying. CBN says, CBN here is the Central Bank of Nigeria, new and existing currencies shall remain legal tender and circulate together until January 31st, 2023, when the existing currencies shall cease to be legal tender. Do you understand what that means? What they are saying is that come January 31st, 2023, which is this year, 6 months ago, the old banknotes will no longer be legal. They did this in India in 2014, except they never give them such a long time, right? And as you can see, this was in October of 2022, the banknotes became available on December 15 of 2022, and they gave them essentially 1 month for bringing all. So what did they do? They forced people to turn in all their cash to the bank, because if they are saying the old notes that you have will no longer be valid, you can go nowhere go use them because they are no longer considered to be legal tender. So you have until January 31st, 2023, to carry the money where you have under your mattress, go to the bank and deposit it. So they now force everyone onto the banking system. That is what the Nigerian government did. Then guess what they did? So, okay, fine. So first they come out and I say, oh, It's because if you see your CBN frowns on high rates of counterfeiting of the 500 naira and the $1,000 naira banknotes. So that is basically why we are make these new banknotes, because they have the security features where nobody can counterfeit them. So that is going to stabilize the dollar, reduce inflation, just like we Andrew talk about inflation and convenience. It was the same argument that the president of Nigeria used on the Nigerians. He said, okay, we're making these new fancy looking banknotes, right? And the reason why we are doing that is so that, we're going to stem the counterfeiting and we can stabilize the dollar and reduce inflation and so on and so forth. And everything sounds good and plentiful. And the people buy into it and say, all right, then that no sound too bad, man. So make quick forward out penny. And we agree and we accept. I am going to share with you what the Nigerian government did thereafter. So hold on. Let me see if I can find it. So there you go. Right? That is from the Central Bank of Nigeria. And it was published 1 week before the new banknotes became legal tender. And 1 month before Nigerians were told that the cash where you have right now in your pocket, in your yard, under your mattress, in your saving pan, now go have no use to you. So forward it out to the bank and deposit it. So all those who never had any bank accounts now have to go open bank account because the cash for them have now go have no use. So they forced everyone to go on the bank, to go in the banking system, and that is where they capture you. Andrew is planning to do the same thing. This is what it says. Further to the launch of the redesigned Naira notes, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on Wednesday, November 23rd, 2022, and in line with the cashless policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria, all deposit money banks and other financial institutions are hereby directed to note and comply with the following. 1. The maximum cash withdrawal over the counter by individuals and corporate organizations per week shall henceforth be 100,000 naira and 500,000 naira respectively. The word respectively there means that, because I know some people may not understand, an individual is allowed a maximum of $100,000. A good thing we ain't got school, right? And a corporation or a business is allowed a maximum of $500,000 per what? The maximum per week. So they start to put a cap on how much money so after them tell us, hey, you need to take your old money to the bank because to essentially exchange it for the new notes, and you have until January 31st. But remember, the banks are not going to have all of that hard cash. So you have to deposit your money because you can go and just exchange it dollar for dollar to say, okay, I want this new money. So I have $100,000. I want you to give me $100,000 new money. The bank won't have enough cash on hand to give to everybody. So you have to deposit your money in the bank. After you deposit your money in the bank, them say, oh, I got you now. You can't draw out your money out of the bank. We are limiting the amount of money that you can take out of the bank per week. This is what Andrew is planning to do. So what happened was, so let me show you, let me see if I can find the tab because there's so many tabs, right? And I'll share it. I will share it. let me see if I can find. Right? And then they went further, right, to limit the amount of money that they could draw from the ATM to $45. So let me share this shit. Let me share it. Hold on, they make me share it because I don't want people. Me just a show no how wicked Andrew Michael Holness be. Let me see if I'm sharing the right thing. Okay, so it says inside Nigeria's ambitious push for a cashless society. This is the fourth industrial revolution in play, you know. And what does it say here? Am I sharing the right one? All right, so Nigeria's push to adopt digital currency and move towards a cashless society shifted in high gear on December 6 when the country's central bank announced a cap on cash withdrawals, either over the counter via ATMs. The new policy affects more than 200 million people, and its impact could be far-reaching and dramatically unpredictable. The Central Bank of Nigeria said in a memo that to deposit money, sent in a memo to deposit money banks that withdrawals should not exceed $100,000 or $225 per week for individuals, and 500,000 naira or 1,100. I'm assuming they have converted this to US dollars. So the 1,100, that is US dollars, right? For businesses. ATM withdrawals was capped at 20,000 nairas per week or 45 US dollars per day, which cash machines only issuing 200 naira notes and smaller denominations. So essentially, they are telling you that you can't, if you go to the ATM, you can't draw more than $20,000. So that is what the government of Nigeria did. If you are just joining me, I am asking you to go over on YouTube. So what I am reading here is being displayed on YouTube. So I'll show you the YouTube channel. It's called Truth Media. Oh my God, the thing is overheating. I'm going to have to turn on back the fan because the thing is overheating. Truth Media TV. Truth Media TV. So that's the channel, and that's where you will see me sharing the stuff and what have you, right? So, yeah. I'm trying to keep the YouTube, the Instagram thing going still because, you know, this is where, all right, let me see. Oh my God. I don't. Anyway, so I'm going to have to hold this up because the battery is going. I'm going to have to turn on the fan because the thing is overheating. Hopefully, it doesn't affect the microphone too much. That's what happens when, you know, I don't have the sense, I don't have the microphones that can drone out background noise. So I just saw it go. Now if you just bear with me because we're not happy like that, right? So as you can see in Nigeria, so the first thing they did was to say, oh, we're gonna come out with new banknotes. In Jamaica, Andrew Holness announced, oh, we are coming out with some new banknotes. Then when they were going to launch the banknotes, they said, well, you have 1 month to bring in the old notes that you have because they will no longer be considered legal tender. So people had no choice but to take their money to the bank and deposit it. So if you had no bank account, you have to go on one bank account to deposit the money in because at the end of the day, you don't want it to be that your money has no use to you. That's what they did in Nigeria. And that is what Andrew Holness is planning to do. Then when they launched the money, they then said to the people, okay, well, we're going to limit the amount of cash you can withdraw from the ATM because we do not have enough of the cash available at this time. We don't have enough money. You have 200 million people in the country, and you give them 1 month to turn in your money, but you do not have sufficient cash to sustain the economy so that people, to meet the demand. No, because you're saying taking the old notes, you must know how much of the old notes are in. You must know how much money do you have in circulation in the country, or a rough estimate. And then you would have to make sure you have enough of the physical cash on hand to replace the cash that you tell people if you bring in. So if we get in, let's say, $1 trillion, you should have 1 trillion of the new banknotes to disburse to the society, because people go want their money if you go put back under their mattress, because they're not intending to really keep it in the bank. They only bring it to the bank because they want to exchange it for the new currency. But you say first, okay, we're bringing in this new currency, fine. Then you say, okay, well, on there, the old currency that you have is no longer going to be valid. So you have 1 month to turn it in. They're like, okay, fine, makes sense. Then you said, we are going to limit the amount of money that you can withdraw over the counter to $20,000 per week. And that's where now they began to choke the society. Then they launched the e-Naira, which is Nigeria's central bank digital currency, and say you have to use the e-Naira. And the people began to starve because they did not have access to cash. This was never covered in the media, because the media is a part of the global push towards this cashless society. So anything that threatens, people died in Nigeria for hunger. There was stampede. People starved to death. The food in the market, well, because nobody no have no cash to buy it. This happened in Nigeria. And you see Andrew Michael Holness come say, oh, people are listening to foolishness. Sir, we are not stupid. We know what the agenda is. You hear you talk about fourth industrial revolution. You know, want to talk too hard about it, because you know, say, people like me and Tanya and White Rush and Sprague Benz, them, I talk about this shit for a long time. If you depend on the life and you don't know what the fourth industrial revolution is, Google it. They wrote a book on it. Klaus Schwab, the founder of the World Economic Forum, 6 months after COVID was announced, wrote a goddamn book on COVID-19. Google it, COVID-19, and you know, as a matter of fact, make me Google it, show uno. COVID-19 and the Great Reset. Because the thing is, you know, I know that we are in a peculiar situation where when we are talking, what the hell? When we're talking, why is it saying? Anyways, let me just copy this and paste it in Amazon. When we're talking, they come out now and they try to discredit us. We are conspiracy theorists. We are stupid. We are this, we are that. We don't know what we're talking about. It's nonsense, right? That is what they say. So I am going to show you. So let me stop sharing this, because I love to. No, this is why I prefer to go live here, you know, because I prefer to do it on YouTube, because I can do this fancy stuff where me can show you this stuff with little to no trouble. But let me show now. See it there. Fear no think like me tell. COVID-19 and the Great Reset by Klaus Schwab. And let me see if I can tell you when it was written. Let me see if them show you when it published. I'm trying to see if I can find that date. But you see, it is 2020. Um, all right, so see there, it was at least, let's show you when it became available on, see there, July 9, 2020. July 9, 2020. So no, so me not tell no lie. Me always bring me evidence. July 9, 2020. Right? That's where we are. So you can see that for yourself. I totally forgot. Let me just highlight it for the persons who are on YouTube. See there, July 9, 2020. Right? So you can see that 6 months after the thing was announced, you write a book. And if you read that book, it's an eye-opener. And the things that they talk about, the Internet of Things and the Internet of Bodies, people do not understand when we talk that the things that they are trying to move us towards. Now you have these people like Andrew Holness where they're in it for the money. They don't understand the death and devastation that they're going to bring onto their peoples. They don't understand. Them just know, say, right, and my man pay me money. See, see the fourth industrial revolution there too. See the fourth industrial revolution here too, by Klaus Schwab. See it here, the fourth industrial revolution. And you heard Andrew Holness in the second video that I showed you talk about the fourth industrial revolution. He was saying that a lot of Jamaicans don't know even what that is. So, and I have been talking about this from 2020. Let me see when they published that one here. This was from 2017, right? And if you read these two books, you will see that everything that I am saying is correct. They are moving towards a cashless society. But the cashless society is a means to an end. Because in that move towards the cashless society, a lot of people will die from starvation and other stuff. Because remember, you know, when you do not have access to cash, how are you going to have access to goods and services? In a country like Jamaica, where the informal economy is what majority of the people in the country participate in. And you see the Prime Minister come on this on doing a press conference, gaslighting the leader of the opposition and gaslighting people like myself who are saying they are planning to get rid of cash, to say, how is it that you think it, how can you think that it is sensible for us to be spending billions of dollars to introduce a new currency only if we turn around and say, well, we are not going to use it? And I just showed you that that is exactly what they did in Nigeria. So it is not ridiculous. It is not stupid. It is not a conspiracy theory. We are not crazy. It is not, has the, oh wow, as the Prime Minister suggests. The thing is overeating, guys. So please go over to YouTube, to Truth Media TV to watch this up, because my phone is overeating. I've had the phone for about since 2017, so you know how we go already. Them set the phone, if you have to reach a while, then start give you a problem, so you go buy one new one. I mean, broke me now, no money if you go buy no new phone. So I've got this galang with this, so till you give up the ghost, right? So I'm just asking you to go over to my YouTube channel and you can see what is happening there. Every time as I go live, the things start overheats and freezing up because, I guess them basically tell me, say you need to buy one new phone now. All right. So that is what is happening. And they gaslight us. Remember, in the same, I spoke about I'm going to see if I can find, and so I'm going to kind of like switch a little bit just for sure, no say, you need to listen to me because I am never wrong. The reason why I am never wrong is because I always ensure that I analyze the issues and I do my research. I'm trying to find the the article on the Jamaica Observer's site just to show you that we see through their lies, because there is a playbook that has been written that no one reads, but because we have our eye on the ball, we read the playbook, and so when we see them coming and talking all sort of crap, we know that them full of crap, and we are desperately trying to alert the Jamaican people as to the falsehoods that the government is perpetrating against the people, because the government is serving a foreign interest and acting contrary to the interest of the Jamaican people. So when we see them talking and talking and talking and talking and trying to discredit voices like mine, we have to come to you now, and we have to bring the evidence to say, hey, this is what they said 2 weeks ago. Now them change them out and I say something else, and I go on like say what we are say no make no sense. So I am going to share this with you. So look at here. Guys, remember I'm showing this on YouTube. So go over to my YouTube channel, Truth Media TV. Right. So who you see there, so? Gene and Pantan, right? Oh, so oh God, this is not what I was looking for. So what the hell? This is not what I wanted to show. I wanted to show the news where they're saying that Gene and Pantan is now saying that she was approached by Michael Krusky to make the statement that she was the one. See, oh, here it is. I found it. Gene and Pantan, the only person charged in the alleged $3 billion fraud at Stocks and Securities Limited, claims she, quote unquote, confessed because of the alleged, quote unquote, offer from her former boss and the company's founder, Hugh Krusky. The former client relationship manager made the claim in her defense in a lawsuit brought against her and 9 others by Gene Ford, an investor. Krusky is the 3rd defendant. Remember, when I heard the story that Gene and Pantan robbed 12 million US dollar from Usain Bolt, me say nothing can go so. I said nothing of the sort, because there is no way a relationship manager can act on her own accord and fleece a company of so much money without anyone having been aware of it. She's a patsy. I said it. I said she is a patsy. And I even went so far as to say, I don't think that Usain Bolt lose no money there. The money may have been taken from SSL, but it has been returned to Usain Bolt, but it has been allowed to, because Nigel Clark said that he was going to hire a team of forensic accountant from the United Kingdom to come down and do a thorough investigation. He was going to engage the FBI. Where is the FBI? Where is the FBI? The Queen says she need to call all the persons they were involved. She can't do it else and kill her. Remember, say she a farm sick, you know. So if she go call name you though, you say, oh wow, Jean and Panton, medical condition deteriorated while in custody, and she kiki bucket. Just like how Jeffrey Epstein magically hang himself in a prison and nobody no see. The guards who were on duty magically fell asleep, and the footage where they fi show at the cell can be found. So gentleman kills self, and you don't, the media don't carry this story, and you know you tick back about it, and it at 9 day 10 they were already so it. So Gina can't call nobody name, because if she call people name, they go kill her clot. And I'm going to hold to my story. Usain Bolt did not lose $12 million in heavy money. It may have been taken from the bank, but it has been given back to him. I'll bet on it that he got his money back. I'll bet on it that he got his money back. But this is a false flag event to foment distrust in the medical system, in the financial system, because Andrew has to brainstorm what is the best way for us to introduce this cashless society. It's the same thing with beryllium. A beryllium, a gunman for rob beryllium. They're the ones doing it. And say, Andrew, come accountable, we are talking about cashless society, like say we are idiot. Why would the government spend billions of dollars to make these new notes only to discard them? What is the fourth industrial revolution, Andrew Michael Holness? Somebody we got a big school, ask the Prime Minister, what is the fourth industrial revolution? What does it entail? Illustrate to us, the Jamaican people, what does the Jamaican society looks like having fully assimilated into the fourth. Explain to us, give us a picture of the future, Andrew Holness, where the fourth industrial revolution is in full effect. Give us a picture, a vivid, paint us a picture, Andrew Michael Holness, of what the fourth industrial revolution looks like for Jamaica. Catapult us 60 years into the future and tell us what Jamaica looks like under the fourth industrial revolution. And I am 100% sure it's a cashless fucking society. Pardon my French. I am 100% sure it's a cashless society. So do not come here and insult our intelligence. Me never got you, me never got UTEC. When me apply to UTEC, come tell me, say, me if you go do back CXE maths, big old great one man, come if you go do CXE, you're out of order. Now do it. Cause me no need maths. Me no need maths for do no work. Me no need maths for do it in the profession when me doing. So no tell me for do no fucking maths. Me nah do no CXC and any you know. Me nah write to no Prime Minister. Me nah write to them. When me write to them for. They no have we no regard. We are no nobody. We are nobody to them. That is why he can come on in a press conference and gaslight people. If say, it is so rubbish, it's so stupid. Why would we spend billions of dollars? It happened in Nigeria, brother. It happened in Nigeria. And it is the same playbook you're using. The same thing the Nigerian government did is what you are doing, you all done said. We are not stupid. We intelligence don't come from you and you take. It come from God Almighty. We are not stupid. You can't fool us. We see you for what you are. You're a devil. You're a demon. You're a demon. That is what you are. And we are not afraid to call you out. Akusakusan. Slay evil everywhere. Anywhere we see evil, we go and call it out. We're not afraid of it. We are not going to be afraid of it. We are the Martin Luther Kings of our time. We are the Malcolm X's of our time. We are the Dick Gregory's of our time. And we will not back down. And we will not surrender. And we will not allow you to take our lives. We're not going to lay down and roll over and dead. It's not going to happen. Andrew, it's not going to happen. Yes, the Queen says, also people are also speculating that it was probably a hoax. This may be, it's not maybe, it is. This is a part of the digital currency plan. It started with this woman at NCB robbed $60 million. Then one next somebody robbed how much million over Sagicor. Then one next somebody robbed how much $1 million up at Knox Community College. Then one next somebody robbed Ray. Then 2 staff walk out with how much $1 million in a bag from one mostly loan agency. And we say, but from me there, Jamaica to here now. God Almighty, man, we have never seen these things happening. So what, like, where does that come from all of a sudden? All of a sudden, everybody turn thief. Where is it coming from? Then all of a sudden, it's a wild, wild west now. People are all up, bring struck. Like, what the hell? All of a sudden, bring struck, I get wall up. All of a sudden, bring struck, I get wall up. And they can't do anything about it. That was their grand plan. We can't do anything about it. You can't do nothing about it because you don't get back your money. Because you are rob yourself. Because you don't have no plan. These elites in Jamaica have sold us out. We are the ones they think are going to die. But the beautiful thing about the devil, Andrew Holness, is that him is a two-faced fucker. So he going to use you to hurt we. And when you think of peace and safety, he name your cloud too. And if this plan does not work, Andrew, they are going to feed you to the people. You are going to become the scapegoat. That is their plan B. So then go and use against the people, and the plan will backfire. It has to. Because we have righteousness on our side. We have God on our side. And if you work with the devil, you lose from your start, brother. No matter how the landscape look like, say you're winning. You're winning right now. But you are going to lose in the end, because the end is the end game we care about. We now watching eyes at the market, at the sale we are watch. So right now, Walipan eyes are going and look like things are going full. And that is the beautiful thing about the devil. The devil when called Jesus up on the mountain and show him the world and say, I will make all of this. I will give you all of this if you bow down and worship me. And Jesus said to him, because Jesus was looking at the end game, but in the end, what is the benefit that accrues to me? So him say, but what does it profit a man? Because you know, so Jesus knows when he dead, he can't carry the world with him. So him say, what does it profit a man? To gain the whole world and lose his soul. Because at the end of the day, all of these things that you're showing me to say this can be yours is temporary. Life is fleeting. Come you're dead one day, Lefi, and it is no longer mine. And what happens then? So Andrew, then go and give you your millions and set you up. But when the plan fails, as it will, because that is the reality that I am inventing for myself. That is the reality that I have shifted into. That is the frequency that I am on. The plan must fail. In spite of how the landscape may look, in spite of the fact that it may appear as if we're losing, I have created this reality for myself. So you will lose. And when you have lost, your millions will not save you. Because the same people who commissioned you to bring about a tyranny on the Jamaican people are going to feed you to the wolves. They have no loyalty to you. They have no respect for you. They have no regard for you, your life, or your family. You are just a tool to be used and discarded. It is not too late to stop what you're doing. It is not too late to abort the plan. It is not too late. You know the Jamaican people. We are a people of God, the true God, not the devil that most people worship and believe it to be God. We are a people of God. Why? Because regardless of what happens, we're very forgiving. We are a forgiving people. We'll forgive you, Andrew. So it's not too late. There is still time. Because mark my words, on this 31st day of May 2023, your plans are not going to succeed. The death and devastation that you're planning for Jamaicans are not going to happen. The 1.5 million people on this beautiful island that uno want to kill off and dead, it's not going to happen. The 600,000 who have taken the job, there is still hope for them. Because the beautiful thing about Jamaica is that we are very organic in terms of the stuff that we eat. The reason why you see other people die in other countries is because they have been fed poison, fake foods. They have been eating a lot of fake foods. So they have their immune system is not strong enough to fight off the poison that they have taken. But in Jamaica, for the most part, we have a lot of natural food. And because most Jamaicans are poor, they have no choice but to eat organic food. Because they can't afford the fake food, because the fake food is expensive. So as much as they take the poison, they have a strong enough immune system to fight it off. And we realize that people are not going back for third and fourth doses. So, there is some hope that even though we have, about 21% of the population that took this poison, we know that not all of them are going to die. So the plan must fail, Mr. Prime Minister. Your plan for a digital tyranny, your plan to prop up yourself as the dictator in charge of Jamaica by way of a referendum. I see you, Andrew. I see you. There is nothing that is private under the sun. Whatever your dealings are, God sees them. And if God sees them, those who are connected to the divine also have the ability to see what your plans are. So you are planning with Marlene Malahou Fort as your chief architect of the destruction of the Jamaican Constitution and the sovereignty of the Jamaican people and the rights and the freedoms and the liberties that the Jamaican people currently enjoy, albeit limited. You are planning now to come with a fake republic using a referendum. And the way that you set it up is that no matter which way we swing it, we lose. Because if you put forward a referendum to say accept this fake republic or stay under the monarchy, any way you slice it, we still lose. Because the fake republic is still giving us the monarchy. And if we choose them, is there any way you slice it? It's not a choice. It's like you have two pieces of bread and you cover up, you paint one of the bread, make it look like an orange and say, oh, you have a choice between a slice of bread and orange. No, a two slice of bread. So it no matter which one me choose a bread, me a go name. We know, Andrew, we're not stupid. We don't need to be constitutional attorneys. We don't need to be attorneys at law. We don't need to have QC or KC behind we name, sir. Because we not idiot. And not because we go to school why we not idiot. It's because we are connected to the divine source of knowledge. All knowledge in this universe resides in God Almighty. And insofar as we have God in our back pocket, we are intelligent. Because God will show us the truth. The truth will always reveal itself to us. So your referendum, where you try if you come with now, if you tell Jamaicans, say, oh, Jamaicans, do you want a republic? And if we say no, you're like, oh, see, you chose to stay under the Queen, so why are you still talking? Sir, we don't want no referendum for no fake republic. Because me and Matley do it to Barbados. And the Bajan people, them sit down there and feel to say them have republic when them still under the tyrannical boot of the British Empire. Is just that they have made superficial changes to the system of government whereby you no longer say God save the king, you answer to a president who was the governor general, and then you make some little fool change in that. Okay, you no longer, where you have like the king and or the queen or whatever, as the headers, you change road them, they'll sit now for the president. That's all they did. Same constitution, same set of drunk them where in they terrorize the people them are there. Nothing changed. And you say, oh, but you're a republic. And the poor Bajan people them walk around and say them a republic when they are not. You're still whatever it is that you were. And that is what Andrew is planning to do in Jamaica. So Andrew, we see you. And it's not even you we see. You're just an agent. You're just a tool. You understand? You are just a tool. I know, but me no say a king now, but in neither here, whether king or queen, in neither here nor there. Same shit. Right? You're just a tool. I have read their playbook. So that's why people always like, okay, how do you like, because they might tell you just now read. They are telling us what they're doing. They are writing paper. When we told them, I'm Misun Kumaf. But me don't show no one more city before me went. Because, I mean, when we are saying that they're trying to kill people and replace us with AI, you say we're crazy. That's what you do. You say we're crazy. And it's like, but do you think that we have the time, energy, and effort to sit down and come up with these things? We don't. We do not. Where is the damn thing? You know what? It's so weird. Because what they start doing is they start to scrub this stuff from the internet. So we have, it's so weird. We have to start. God Almighty. When you start expose them plan, then start take them down. Let me see if we can find the damn thing. Because it was there no a video me didn't see. Let me see if this is it. Please tell me this is it. Please tell me this is it. Because that is what people don't understand. That when you start exposing plan and the same documents that they're printing and they have this stuff in there, when you start show people and people start become aware of it, when you talk again now, and you say, all right, go over there, so click on a link, you see it there for yourself. When you go there, the link it's no longer there. So there is this thing called the biodigital conference. I wanted to show you, but I don't know what the hell is going on here. I wanted to show you guys just to because I like to present the evidence when I'm talking, because It sounds, can you hear Andrew say it's crazy? And, like, how could anyone believe this stupidness and whatever? So you hear him attack. And he's saying, like, why you listen to these crazy people? That's what he's saying. So we have to show and say, no, we are not crazy. We're not crazy. See there, the bio-digital convergence. What happens when biology and digital technology merge? And this is the government of Canada. This is not some fool. The government of Canada. See, dear government of Canada. See, dear government of Canada. This is not some conspiracy website. It's the government of Canada exploring the bio-digital convergence. Let me see if I can tell you what the bio-digital convergence is. Here it's, so these are not my words. Digital technologies and biological systems are beginning to combine and merge in ways that could be profoundly disruptive to our assumptions about society and the economy and our bodies. We call this the bio-digital convergence. So when we are telling us that them are trying to kill we and replace us with machines, with synthetic bodies, synthetic flesh that they print through 3D. And that's why them tell you, say, you hear about Meta with Meta with Facebook. They go in the metaverse and blah, blah. That is just the beginning. They're trying to desensitize us. That's what they're doing. So see there, 3 ways biodigital convergence is emerging. Full physical integration of biological, meaning human beings, and digital entities, meaning artificial intelligence. Co-evolution of biological. What does that mean? When we begin to merge human beings and technology, evolution means that you're going to have a new species of human beings that are not fully biological or fully digital. It's a mixture of the two, and you can't tell the difference where the biological and the digital meets and stop. So essentially you have a human being who is a computer, so to speak, which is a cyborg. And then conceptual convergence of biological and digital systems. What does that mean? It simply means that everything that is happening in your body will be captured and recorded in the computer system because you have merged with digital technology. So everything that's happening inside of you, they can know. So if your heart is beating, them know, and they can know what is stimulating the beating of your heart. If you're producing certain hormones or certain enzymes, they will know that you're producing this, and they can know what is the stimuli or the stimulus that is causing you to produce these hormones or enzymes. So that is the conceptual convergence. See, Jesus Christ Almighty God. See there, change you. This is the 4th industrial revolution where Andrew Holness attacked. Change human beings, our bodies, our minds, and our behaviors. Change or create other organisms. I am going to post the link on in YouTube. Go over YouTube. No post the link in YouTube because we can't bother with Instagram. I'm going to post the link. and put it on the screen. Right? So that's the link. They are telling you, see there, create other organism. So them a play God. Create other organisms. That means they're going to create synthetic life forms. And if you don't know what that means, go watch Altered Carbon, where human beings no longer exist. Them have one chip where them put in a one fake body and download your memory. Or, well, not your memory. It's not your memory. It's your personality. So you dead, because this is what people don't understand. Okay, let me go on Instagram and let me not even know how to pin the thing, but me I go post it, and can I pin it? Okay, it's pinned. All right, so I pinned it. At first, me I do this, I know, so I don't have to see it because me don't too, you know what I mean? We just try out a thing, right? So I'm just trying to show you that we are not plucking this thing out of thin air. We not crazy like what Andrew say. We not talk foolishness. You see a government website. You see a government website. See there. Let me go back. See there. See there. Government of Canada. Government of Canada. So nobody now tell no lie. Pandemic. Government website. It's not. So you can't say, oh, but it's the government of Canada. And this is what they are. This is what, and these are from 2020. And them even have see, me not see, they don't all have it here, so yeah. So me, even though me never even sit down at this part, yeah. I did. Okay. Oh, okay. I will. Let me see. Okay. Let me. Oh, I won't be able to do that until the live has ended, and you know, I edit the comment section. I won't be. I can only put that in the chat right now because I don't have editing capabilities at the moment, if that makes sense, right? So I will put it in the chat when the live ends and save it there. So it just sit there, them explain it to you. What does it mean? So when we're talking, when we're saying, that's why they're trying to kill everybody, because they want all of us to be AI. They want to replace us with fake human beings. And it started with the pandemic in 2020. And slowly, piece by piece, they are rolling out their plans. We are not crazy. We are telling you that this is what is happening because they are telling us that this is what they're doing. So it's not, and them are tell we, and we are saying, not see what the people must say them are trying to frig we up over here. So what are we going to do about it? So you see that the prime minister is a liar, and he's always guessing, but the good thing is that he's at least we know that he's watching. That is the good thing. At least we know he's watching. So when he does his press conferences and he talks about us, we know that okay, I don't know what's going over on, and it says the live has paused. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening, but that's just how it is. That's why I hope that I can get more people to come on YouTube, so I can use this as the primary means of kind of like going like, I know it's hard to get people to move from one platform to the next, but this is the this medium is a whole, because I can, well, if I purchase a plan, and I don't know if you do that right now, but if I buy a plan, we can stream on many other platforms and do, so you can see, I can show you my screen and what have you. It's a whole lot easier. It's just that me, I don't know if you buy a plan for this shit, but at least we can stream to YouTube. But so, you know, if only you guys could just, you know, follow me on YouTube so I can go live there more, because I won't have the issue of overeating and what have you to contend with. And I can do my presentation with showing you the evidence side by side while I am speaking to you, and you can get to see in real time what it is that I'm talking about. You know, me nah just talk through the side of my mouth or whatever the case. So I am bringing you the evidence, because we have to do that, because every step of the way, you know, the Prime Minister seeks to discredit what we are saying. So, but at least we know that he's listening. So that is the good thing, because every time we talk, he come and he try to discredit what we are saying. And as soon come and try to discredit, we reel out with evidence. As so Andrew come and try to discredit, we forward out with evidence. So, you know, it is a war of information. We are in a war of information, Jamaicans. And, you know, we have to be vigilant. But we cannot win if we don't get more people to listen to what we are saying. And I've been trying to do that, you know, in terms of getting my subscribership up and so on and so forth. But I don't know what the hell is going on. But I'm not discouraged. I will talk if it means that I'm only talking to myself or talking to two people. It's, you know, at least I can get it out. You know, it's an outlet of sorts. So just invite people to subscribe to the channel. I don't want to post anything on YouTube. I realize that when you make posts, they will block you, because I got one strike for posting. I don't remember what I posted, and they deleted and gave me a strike. But when you go live, for some reason, they don't monitor the lives. So I think I'll only go live so you can get the information, and I don't risk the channel getting banned, because them delete 2 channels for me already from YouTube. It never really had a lot of, I think the channel had 100 and something followers. But still, you know, there were people who would watch. So I would, even though I had 100 followers, you know, you would get like 500, 200 views, whatever. So even though people weren't subscribed per se, they were still watching. And I want, you know, you want people, as long as it reaches people, I don't care whether them subscribe or not, as long as you're seeing, because I know that when I'm speaking, I bring the evidence. I bring my evidence. I'm not just talking off the top of my head and talking foolishness, because I showed you where Andrew was saying one thing, and I'm like, but brother, this is what you were saying 2 weeks ago, that cash is too expensive. So how are you now saying that it's ridiculous for us to think that you're trying to get rid of cash, when you literally say cash is too expensive, and many businesses are moving towards, you know, going digital? And we see it. We see it at the ATMs. We see them discouraging us from coming to the bank to do transactions. They have been doing this for some time now. Slowly. They've been lying to us about why they're doing it. So it is up to you now to ensure that we at least, what we have to do, it is important that we understand that we cannot allow Andrew Holness to get rid of cash. We cannot, under any circumstances whatsoever, no matter how convenient it may be, because a digital system comes with a lot of conveniences. It is very convenient to go cashless. I am not going to lie and say it is very convenient. But that convenience is a double-edged sword where you can be restricted from your money. The government can go in your account and take out whatever it wants because the account is not held at the bank. The account is held with the government through the central bank. And this is what people need to understand. So under no circumstance can we allow the government to get rid of cash. So whether they want to bring in CBDC or not bring in CBDC, neither here nor there, as long as cash remains king. So on that note, I thank you for staying with me for so long. I thank you for listening. And I'm asking you to share, spread the word, invite someone to subscribe. Say, this youth keeps bringing us information that we need to hear. It's not the same gimmicks and the distraction and the mix-up and the passa and the blender. And for the most part, he seems to have a firm handle on the prevailing issues that impact our lives as Jamaicans. And this is a voice that I think that you need to hear. And if you do that, then I would be most appreciative. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next live.